Flat Earth debunked, using the Bible. Part 2 of 3. Slide 1, Intro. Rumored Myths, Part 1. Batman Fan Forever 08. AKA Jeremy. If you haven't watched Part 1 of 3, I suggest you watch it now. It's linked in the description. Slide 30. The four corners of the earth. And he will gather the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. Isaiah 11, verse 12, NASB. If the earth has corners, doesn't that imply it is flat? Slide 31. The four corners of the earth. The four corners refer to the points of the compass, north, south, east, and west. The Hebrew word is kanav, which refers to the wings of birds. Other English translations use the word quarters, directions, wings, and all over. Slide 32. The four corners of the earth. Slide 32-2. Look at the photos displayed on the screen now. Slide 33. The molten mirror. Can you, with him, spread out the skies, strong as a molten mirror? Job 37, verse 18. Doesn't this verse imply that the skies are solid? Slide 34. The molten mirror. Skies does not come from the usual Hebrew word for skies or heaven, shamayim, but from shachak. In context, the passage is referring to a storm, referring to clouds, lightning, and darkness. Slide 35. The molten mirror. The Hebrew word ray, translated mirror, is found nowhere else in the Old Testament. Ray comes from the Hebrew verb ra, which means to appear or to see. The Greek Septuagint translation, 3rd century BC, of this verse used the Greek word horasis, which means appearance. Slide 36. The molten mirror. Can you, with him, spread out the mighty clouds, with a molten appearance? Job 37, verse 18. In addition, the sermon given by Elihu, Job 37, was immediately rebuked by God in chapter 38, who says, "Who is this that darkens counsel by words without knowledge?" Job 38, verse 2. Slide 37. The vaulted dome. The one who builds his upper chambers in the heavens and has founded his vaulted dome over the earth. Amos 9, verse 6, NASB. Slide 38. The vaulted dome. It is he that buildeth his stories in the heavens, and hath founded his troop in the earth. Amos 9, verse 6, KJV. He who builds his lofty palace in the heavens and sets its foundation on the earth. Amos 9, verse 6, NIV. He built his palace in the heavens and let its foundations rest on the earth. Amos 9, verse 6, CEV. He that buildeth his ascension in heaven, and hath founded his bundle upon the earth. Amos 9, verse 6, DRB. It is he that builds his ascent up to the sky, and establishes his promise on the earth. Amos 9, verse 6, LXX. Slide 39. The vaulted dome. The Hebrew word in question is agutta, meaning a band or bunch. And you shall take a bunch agutta of hyssop and dip it in the blood which is in the basin. Exodus 12, verse 22. And the sons of Benjamin gathered together behind Abner and became one band agutta, and stood on the top of a certain hill. 2 Samuel 2, verse 25. This not the fast which I choose, to loosen the bonds of wickedness, to undo the bands agutta of the yoke, and to let the oppressed go free, and break every yoke. Isaiah 58, verse 6. Slide 40. The vaulted dome. The one who builds his upper chambers in the heavens and has founded his band of people over the earth. Amos 9, verse 6. Slide 40b. Here's your proof. It is God who sits above the circle of the earth. The people below must seem to him like grasshoppers. He is the one who spreads out the heavens like a curtain and makes his tent from them. Isaiah 40, verse 22. In context. Have you never heard or understood? Are you deaf to the words of God, the words he gave before the world began? Are you so ignorant? It is God who sits above the circle of the earth. The people below must seem to him like grasshoppers. He is the one who spreads out the heavens like a curtain and makes his tent from them. He judges the great people of the world and brings them all to nothing. Isaiah 40, verses 21 to 23. Slide 40b-1. Look at the diagram on screen now. Slide 40b-2. This diagram is to show the true meaning of Isaiah 40, verse 22. In this verse Isaiah is pointing out more than just the shape of the earth, a sphere, but also, its circular rotation, its circular elliptical orbit around the sun, and the moon's circular elliptical orbit around the earth. God is sitting so high above the earth on his throne that he can see not only its true shape, a spheroid, but also its circular elliptical orbit around the sun, and that is what is meant by circle of the earth in this verse. There, I did it. I win. Brush that depth and meaning off now, flat earthers. Flat earth theology is stupid. The earth is a sphere and not even God is on your side. The last part of the verse is talking about the expanding heavens and Big Bang cosmology. See, this verse even confirms a critical part of Big Bang cosmology: the universe is expanding. This is what is meant by he spreads out the heavens. I will pray for you. Slide 40c. The three things that these verses are talking about are: the power of God, the fact that the earth is a sphere and all other planets for that matter are spheres too. The heavens universe are expanding. God is the judge. No, I did not take these verses out of context. I gave you the context. My readings of these verses are correct and the entire chapter is talking about the creation. So I am right. Amen. Slide 40c-1. He alone has spread out the heavens and marches on the waves of the sea. Job 9, verse 8. You are dressed in a robe of light. You stretch out the starry curtain of the heavens. Psalm 104, verse 2. God, the Lord, created the heavens and stretched them out. He created the earth and everything in it. He gives breath and life to everyone in all the world. And it is he who says, I, the Lord, have called you to demonstrate my righteousness. I will guard and support you, for I have given you to my people as the personal confirmation of my covenant with them. And you will be a light to guide all nations to me. Isaiah 42, verses 5 to 6. The Lord, your Redeemer and Creator, says, I am the Lord, who made all things. I alone stretched out the heavens. By myself I made the earth and everything in it. I am the one who exposes the false prophets as liars by causing events to happen that are contrary to their predictions. I cause wise people to give bad advice, thus proving them to be fools. Isaiah 44, verses 24 to 25. It was my hand that laid the foundations of the earth. The palm of my right hand spread out the heavens above. I spoke, and they came into being. Isaiah 48, verse 13. Yet you have forgotten the Lord, your Creator, the one who stretched out the sky like a curtain and laid the foundations of the earth. Will you remain in constant dread of human oppressors? Will you continue to fear the anger of your enemies? Where is their fury and anger now? It is gone. Isaiah 51, verse 13. But God made the earth by his power, and he preserves it by his wisdom. He has stretched out the heavens by his understanding. Jeremiah 10, verse 12. He made the earth by his power, and he preserves it by his wisdom. He has stretched out the heavens by his understanding. Jeremiah 51, verse 15. Future deliverance for Jerusalem. This message concerning the fate of Israel came from the Lord. This message is from the Lord, who stretched out the heavens, laid the foundations of the earth, and formed the spirit within humans. Zechariah 12, verse 1. Credits. Continued in Part 3 of 3.